everybody please stand? We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest relationships, the union between two people, and this union we call marriage. Who presents this woman before us today to marry this man?
We do.
Thank you. You may all be seated.
He's crying.
Okay, if anyone has a cell phone and would like to take some pictures of the bride and groom, now would be the only time to do so.
Go stand with me.
So many to look at.
I know. I'm just looking for her.
There we go.
Ready?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Alrighty. You know, it's really funny. This whole week leading up, Sarah and Matt, the whole time, were saying, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real. Even like this morning, while I saw Sarah in like her like robe, and she was like, it still doesn't feel real. She got her makeup done and everything, but so my question to you guys is, does it feel real now? Well, good. On behalf of the bride, the groom, and their families, I'd like to welcome everyone to the wedding ceremony of Sarah and Matt. I know the bride and groom are incredibly grateful that you all made it today. They have known most of you for many years. You watched them grow up, you went to school with them, you've worked with them, you've been their family and friends through the good times and the bad. Because you are the ones who have supported them and known them so well, it is only fitting that you are the ones to share in this once-in-a-lifetime moment. For those of you who don't know me, I went to high school with Matt and Sarah and have been friends with both of them for many years now. My sophomore year, I knew Sarah had a huge crush on Matt, and that same year I had a class with Matt 7th period and then one with Sarah right after in 8th period. So of course, every single day in 8th period, I would go up to Sarah and I would say, "Hey Sarah, guess who I just saw last period?" Sometimes I think back and cringe at how annoying that probably was, but I feel a lot better about it now that we're here. I like to think my teasing back then was instrumental to the success of their relationship these past 10 years, but I'll concede that Matt and Sarah did all the heavy lifting. In all seriousness, you both know I consider you some of my best friends, and I am tremendously honored you've asked me to be a part of such a monumental moment in your lives, so thanks for that. Alright, let's do this thing. Matthew, Sarah, the promises you are about to make to each other are ones of irrevocable love, fidelity, cooperation, and understanding through life and all of its challenges. Marriage is a commitment to the best that two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth no other relationship can equal. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes life is unable to avoid. It encourages and nurtures new experiences and new ways of loving throughout your lives. Marriage is a promise made in the hearts of two people who love one another and takes a lifetime to completely fulfill. In reminding you of the importance of your marital obligations, I have done my part, and now it's your turn. Sarah, if you could start us off for the vows.
Oh gosh. I briefly considered just showing up in an I Heart Matt tank top a la Amber and Boston Rob, so I really hope you like all of this. If you would have asked me at 12 years old if I would be standing here right now with Matt Castorina, I would have told you to pinch me. And if you asked again at 15 years old, I would have said the same thing. Every single day is a dream that I now, more than a decade later, cannot believe I get to wander through with you. The past decade of my life has been one of many challenges and changes. There have been points of strength and points of weakness. Throughout it all, I always knew I had you there beside me for support, in front of me for guidance, and behind me for motivation. And somewhat magically, you always knew if what I needed was a hug, to look at Linus doing something super cute, or an impromptu dance in the kitchen. We have what is almost eerily a wordless communication, and even so, we want to hear each other talk about our days. We still get excited just by seeing the other immersed in the worlds of their passions. We can laugh endlessly about inside jokes of which we are a little foggy on the origins. There's nothing more beautiful than feeling so completely loved and adored by the person you so completely love and adore. I never want to stop hearing about your days, watching your face light up with joy, or hearing the lilt of a laugh that I know I sparked in you. You're the best friend I've ever had, and I promise to prove that to you every day. As we have grown over the 10 years of our relationship thus far, I know we will continue to flourish both independently and together. At every turn, I promise to remain your biggest and most constant supporter. I am confident we can face all of the joy and all of the obstacles that life throws our way as long as we face it together. As our guy Horace once said, it is impossible to manufacture or imitate love. The greatest gift is that I get to experience the real thing with you. I love you for all time, Ben.
So I can't lie. When you asked me to write my own vows, I was very nervous. Partly because you're a world literature major, you're an English teacher. It feels like I'm playing on your ground here. But as you know, I've never been skilled at expressing my emotions. So I started where any reasonable person would. I looked up the definition of a vow, which is a solemn promise. And promises have always been easy for me to make to you because no one knows me like you do, and I always keep them to you because we are the same person at this point. Loving you is natural to me, which is why I think it's hard to express it. The same way you can't explain the color red to a blind person in those weird job interview questions they give you sometimes. It's impossible to put into words. I just know it. I just know it in my body. I wake up every day loving you, and I go to sleep the same way. Today I'll make some promises. Like when you ask me, when am I getting up to make breakfast, my answer will always be soon. I promise to complain less when you archive and curate TikToks for me to watch after a long day. And I promise to never stop loving you, to never let the bad days cloud the memories of the good ones. And I promise to care and protect for you for the rest of my life. We had the same brain moment here. To quote one of our favorite survivors, Boston Rob, I've seen you at your highest highs and your lowest lows. While we haven't been stranded on a deserted island together yet, I'm grateful we have shared so many of our respective lives' greatest moments, and I'm equally thankful that we've supported each other through the lows. My final promises today are this. Should we discover some new peak or summit, some new high, I'll be there for you then, celebrating. And if we find ourselves in a new depth, a new dark trench never before seen, a new low, don't worry, because I'll be there for you then. Because I love you for all time.
You sure you're not an English major too?
Thank you both. And if and when you find yourselves dealing with challenges throughout your lives together, I urge you to think back to this moment and the words you've just exchanged, and remember that any obstacle you encounter, you take it on together. All right, let's make it official. Join hands, please. Your favorite part. Do you, Matthew, take Sarah to be your wife, and will you be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Then repeat after me. I, Matthew, take you, Sarah,
I, Matthew, take you, Sarah,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
Do you, Sarah, take Matthew to be your husband, and will you be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Then repeat after me. I, Sarah,
I, Sarah,
take you, Matthew,
take you, Matthew,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part. And then hold you.
May I have the rings? Okay, take the one that's not yours. These rings are symbols of eternity and the unbroken circle of love. Today, you have chosen to exchange rings as a sign of your love for each other and as a seal of the promises you've made. Matthew, take this ring, place it on Sarah's finger, and repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed,
I thee wed,
and pledge you my love,
and pledge you my love,
now and forever.
now and forever.
I'm nervous.
Yes.
Sarah, take this ring, place it on Matthew's finger, and repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed,
I thee wed,
and pledge you my love,
and pledge you my love,
now and forever.
now and forever.
Please join hands again. Your two lives are now joined. Wherever you go, may you always return to one another. May you grow in understanding and compassion, and may these two rings symbolize the undying love in your hearts. Before I pronounce you husband and wife, I want you to take a few seconds to look into each other's eyes. Think about the happiness you're feeling in this very moment, and let those feelings truly sink in. I hope this moment will stick with you both forever. And with that, by the power vested in me and by Universal Life Church Ministries, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may seal this pronouncement with a kiss.
Yeah.
Oh no. Make a lipstick.
A little bit.
Thanks.
Everyone, for the first time as a married couple, I present to you Sarah Bennett and Matthew Castorina.
Ready?
Yeah. Confetti. Tell them to do the confetti. Okay. Are they ready though?
Anytime, everyone, so get ready.
Ready?
Ready.
All right.
Woo! Yeah!
Kiss. I got some down my dress.
That's good aim.
I also think one hit me. Like, I think a bag hit me. I don't think they understood the assignment. Something hit me like that.